thank you so much for joining me for this heart chakra flow. During today's class, I will be guiding you through different poses that will help straighten and open your entire backside and upper body. I truly hope that you enjoy it. If you know you like to practice with blocks, as always, just go ahead and grab them. When you're ready, just meet me on the mat. Towards the end of your mat. Then go ahead and start placing both hands onto your chest, closing your eyes, making sure your spine is straight and long. Just gonna start connecting with your Ujjayi breaths. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Heart opener practice are pretty intense, so if ever you feel like you need to open your mouth to fully exhale, you can do so at any time. Really trying to keep your shoulder down and away from your ears. Trying to make those inhalations and exhalations equal. Two more breaths here. On your next inhalations, we're going to start taking some shoulder activation. So go ahead and place your hands by your side. Palms are facing up, shoulders and arms are wrapping around and in. I'm gonna do the first one really slow so you guys can understand. Take a big inhale. You're gonna go ahead and straighten your arms back. Palms are gonna face each other. Go ahead and come to the front, run your upper back. Arms are crossing one in front of the other. Take a big inhale, pulse your chest forward, coming back to your starting position. We're gonna do 4 more of these. When you're ready, take a big inhale, sway back and over, up by your side, back, over, up by your side. 2 more, up, last one, up. When you're ready, just go ahead and place your hands down on the mat. Gonna open up your legs as wide, maybe a little wider than hip distance. Coming into this kind of modified child's pose. Bring your forehead down on the mat. Your next inhale, we're gonna take some spinal waves. So go ahead and take a big inhale, palms press down on the mat, like chin to chest, roll forward. When shoulders are over the wrists, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. Let your hips glide you all the way back. That starting position again. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. Again, inhale, roll forward. Exhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. This time, inhale, roll forward. Exhale. This time, you're just gonna place your chest, chin, Down on the mat. Slowly glide into a low cobra. We're just going to take some small waves with our neck. Take a big inhale. Tuck your chin to chest. Lift your head up. Exhale. Roll it down. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. This time fully lift into that low cobra. Exhale. Push it back into that child's pose. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale this time. Bring your hips down, coming into a high cobra. So kind of spreading your feet wide by your side, pressing down into your hands. If you think this is a little too much for you, maybe bring your hands a little bit more in front of you, making sure your arms are wrapping around an end. Take a big inhale, puff the chest up. Exhale, tuck the chin into the chest. Let your hips glide you back to that kind of modified child's pose. Again, inhale, roll forward. Exhale, drop the belly, coming into that high cobra. Inhale, puff the chest. Exhale, tuck the chin. Let your hips glide you all the way back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, drop the belly, puff the chest. In, exhale, tuck the chin. And again, last one. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, let the hips drop. Inhale, puff the chest. And exhale. When you tuck, make your way back. Tuck your back toes. Coming into downward facing dog. You can readjust yourself if you need to, like me. Making sure that your arms are as wide as your shoulders, feet are hips distance. Let your chest sink down towards the mat. Maybe you need to pedal up the legs to begin with. I'm going to take 2 more breaths here. Really settling into the pose. Next inhale, we're going to take some spinal waves, but in down dog. So take a big inhale. Tuck chin to chest, roll forward. Exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. Let your hips glide you all the way back. Again. Inhale. Roll forward. Exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. Last one like this. Inhale. Roll forward. And exhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. This time, inhale, roll forward. And exhale, let the hips sink down, coming into hovering dog. Take a big inhale, press the chest up. Exhale, tuck chin. Let your hips glide you back to down dog. 2 more like this. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, hips drop. Inhale, puff at the chest. Exhale, tuck the chin. Hips glide you back. Last one like this. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, let your hips drop. Inhale, puff at the chest. Exhale, tuck your chin to chest. Come back to down dog. This time, let your right leg lift up towards the sky. Take a big inhale, lift on your left heel off the mat. Exhale, lower down. Kind of letting your right leg bend and dip down towards the side. Puffing your chest towards your right. We're going to take 3 knee circles with your right. So take a big inhale, roll down and up. Drawing some circles. Last one here. On your next inhale, come into the side of your left foot. Here, make sure you're stable. Let your right toe touch the floor. Coming into wild thing. Really stretching on your side. Inhale, come back to your side. Tuck your knee to your chest. On your next exhale, coming to your side, coming into a side plank here with your right leg is going to be lifted. Try and hold it. Exhale, let it lower down, coming into fallen triangle. Try and let your hips lift up as much as you can. Reach up through your fingers. Feeling a side stretch here. On your next inhale, place your left hand back down on the mat, coming onto the tiptoe of your left foot. Shift weight forward. Chaturanga. Push it back up. Tuck knee to chest. Kick it back. Three-legged dog. On your next exhale, lower the foot back down, coming back into downward facing dog. Gonna take a few breaths here. Going into the spinal waves again, take a big inhale. Step chin to chest, roll forward. Exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. Again, inhale, move forward. Exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. Last one, inhale, roll forward. Exhale. Bend the knees as much as you need. When you make it back, let that left leg lift off the mat, coming in three-legged dog. Take a big inhale, right heel lifts off the mat, looking between your hands. Bend into that left leg, leg it bent to the side. Right heel comes down on the mat. Open your chest towards the left side. We're gonna take 3 knee circles here. When you're ready, take a big inhale. 1, 2, 3. Letting your hips sink down a little bit more towards the back. Take a big inhale. You're gonna flip onto the side of your right foot. Make sure you have a strong foundation. Let your back foot tip down on the floor. Coming into wide thing. Coming back. Tuck your knee to your chest. Shift onto the other side. Coming into side plank. Let your leg hover off the floor. Try and hold it here. Exhale, let it lower down. Fallen triangle. Try and let your hips lift up towards the sky. Feeling a side stretch here. Next exhale, drop right palm into the mat. Coming into your right tiptoe. Shift weight forward. Chaturanga. Lift it back up. Tuck your leg back into your chest. Kick it back, three-legged dog. Next exhale, bring that left leg beside that right one. On your next inhale, take your chin to your chest, roll forward. Exhale, let your hips hover off the mat. Hovering dog, puff up the chest. Take a big inhale. Exhale, tuck chin to chest, let your hips guide you back to down dog. Again, inhale, roll forward. Exhale. Let your hips sink down. Inhale, puff up the chest. Exhale, tuck chin to chest. Let your hips glide you back. One last like this. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, hips hover off. Inhale, puff up the chest. Let your right leg hover off the mat. Exhale, tuck chin to chest. Kick it back to a three-legged dog. Inhale, tucking your right thigh towards your chest. Exhale, coming into a side plank towards your left side. Plant, really plant your left foot down, side on the mat. Take a big inhale, sink your hips down on the mat. Exhale, lengthen. Maybe let your ankle simply come over your left leg, whatever expression of side plank you want to do today. On your next exhale, let that right arm lower down on the mat. Coming into a low lunge. Exhale. Inhale. Arms lift up and overhead. Exhale. Really focusing, letting your hips sink down towards the mat. Knee is over your ankle. If you want a bit more of a stretch, next inhale, slowly bend that right arm under. Try and clasp, maybe both hands together. Getting your shoulder stretch here. Making sure your heart is lifted, you're breathing. Next inhale, bring both arms back and overhead. Exhale, shift, weight back. Keep your front foot flexed, coming into a half split. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let it melt. You're gonna take a few weights here, just making sure your hips are squared. Take a big inhale, tuck your chin to your chest, coming into a straight back. Exhale, let it melt. Again, inhale, straight back. Exhale, let it melt. Last one like this, inhale, straight back, and exhale, let it melt. On your next inhale, shift the weight forward, back into that low lunge. Try to really press into both hands. Kind of tuck your knee into your chest, kick it back. Coming into this kind of tabletop position. Try and keep your hips squared here, bend into your back knee. Flex into the foot. Gonna go ahead, take a big inhale. Let your left arm lift up, cactus the arms. Gonna take a few opposite elbow to knee crunches. Take a big inhale, exhale. Come here, 3 more, exhale, tap it, bring it back. Bring it back. Last one, keep it up. This time lift your heart. And you're gonna try and grab onto the inside of your foot. Take a big inhale. Really kick up towards the sky. No need to flip the grip today. Next, inhale, bring it back to center. Tuck your left back toes. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Next exhale, lower your right leg back down on the mat. Maybe readjust yourself. Take a full breath here. Next, inhale, flexion the chest, roll forward. Exhale, hips dip down, hovering dog. Inhale, puff the chest up. Exhale, flexion the chest. Let your hips glide back, down dog. Again, inhale, roll forward. Exhale, hips over off the mat. Inhale, puff up the chest. Exhale, let it back. Last one like this. Roll forward. Exhale. Inhale, puff up. At the same time, let that left leg over off. Exhale, kick it back to that down dog. Inhale, bring that left thigh to your chest. Coming into your side plank. Take a big inhale, let it dip down. Exhale, extend into whatever expression, side plank that you want to do today. The next exhale, bring that left hand back down on the mat. Inhale, low lunge. Arms are zipping overhead. Making sure that your knee is over your ankle. Hips are sinking down. If you want a bit more of a stretch, again, take a big inhale. This time, left arms come under. Try and clasp your hands together, keeping your chest lifted. Making sure your hips are sinking down. Next, inhale, bring both arms back up and overhead. Exhale, shift it back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, melt towards your leg. Again, making sure your hips are square, taking some small waves. Inhale, flexion to chest, coming into your straight back. Exhale, let it melt. 2 more. Inhale, straight back. Keep your hips squared. Exhale. Again, straight back. Last one, you're just gonna let it melt here. Next, inhale, shift it forward. Really press into both hands here to tuck your left thigh into your chest. Kick it back. Again, try to make sure hips are square. Bend that left leg back and up. Flex into your foot. Same thing as we did before, but on the other side. So opposite elbow to knee crunches. Take a big inhale, cactus your right arm. Exhale, bring it together. Inhale, kick it back up. Exhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. When you bring it back, this time lift your chest up. Grab onto the inside of your foot. Take a big inhale. Really, you want to kick up to your foot. Lift into your chest. Not focusing on flipping the grip today. Next, inhale. Bring that right hand back down on the mat. Tuck your right back toe. Kick it back. Three-legged dog. Exhale. Down dog. You can go ahead and readjust yourself. Need to. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tuck chin to chest, roll forward. Exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. Again, inhale, roll forward. Exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. Last one like this. Inhale. Roll forward. Exhale, drop the belly. Make sure you bend your knees. Let the knees drop down on the mat and take the back toes. Maybe readjust yourself here. We're going to go ahead and take a puppy pose. So you want to start somewhat in a tabletop position. Your feet to be as close to the back of the mat as possible. Making sure your hands to begin with are underneath your wrist. Take a big inhale. Just start to walk your hands forward. We're just going to focus on making that tilt here. So really pushing the hips back and up, letting your chest melt down towards the mat. So maybe in the beginning, just bring your forehead and breathe here. Maybe you can start to bring your chest and throat down on the mat. Making sure you're breathing here. Bring your hands by your side. Slowly come back up. Sit your bum back onto your heels. Can slowly come into a seated position. We're just gonna take a little forward fold here. So maybe you need to shake out your legs, bring them out in front of you, flex both feet. Take a big inhale. Arms come straight up and overhead. Exhale. Let it melt onto your legs. Wherever you are here, just try and keep your back straight. Really pull the belly button up and in. Just gonna take 3 more breaths here wherever you are. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk your hands back up by your side. We're going to come to the top of your mat. Just going to start and come onto your knees. Place your legs a little bit more wider than hips distance. And first, just try and sit your bum down on the mat. If this is already really challenging for you, just go ahead and maybe try and put some blocks underneath your bum to begin with. Go ahead and place your palms of the hands down on your knees. You can close your eyes if you want to. Your next inhale, if you want a bit more of a stretch, slowly start to walk your hands back, coming into your forearms. Keeping your back straight, trying to relax. You shouldn't feel any sort of pain in your knees or your ankle here. Making sure you're breathing. Maybe that's enough of a stretch for you. Maybe you want a bit more of a stretch, so just go ahead and slowly lay yourself down. Bring your arms up and overhead. Making sure you're breathing here. One more breath here. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk yourself back up. If you were laying down, make your way back into that seated position. Take a big inhale. We're just going to start and lift your bum up. Place your legs and knees are going to be right under your hips. Take a big inhale, lifting up. We're going to play around with some camel variations. So take a big inhale, sway with your right hand towards your left. Come over your head. No. Yeah. I'm just going to do this. Gonna take one more breath here. We're just gonna take one more breath here. Your next inhale, slowly start to walk yourself back up if you were laying down. Coming back into that kind of seated position. You can place your legs a bit more parallel so that you're seated on heels. On your next inhale here, we're just going to slowly lift the butt off your heels. We're going to play with a little bit of a camel pose here. So take a big inhale, let your chest puff up, hips tend to sink back. Really try and lead with your chest. Wrap your arms around. Try and reach with your fingertips. Lead with your heart. Grab onto your heels maybe. Really making sure you're pulling up with your heart. Maybe let your butt the back of your head, lower it down only if that's available to you and it doesn't hurt your neck, or else just keep it here. One more breath here. On your next inhale, pull with your chest to bring back and sit back down onto your heels. Exhale fully. Inhale, bring both hands together, palms to heart. Take a full breath here. We're slowly going to make our way onto our back. Start playing with some bridges. So slowly make your way onto your back. Start by placing your feet kind of close to your bum. You want them, start by your feet are going to be hips distance apart. Palms of the hands are going to be by your side to begin with. Take a big inhale, tuck your hips in, push up towards the sky, maybe clasp your hands together. Really try and pull up, pressing down to the mat with your feet. On your next inhale, maybe lift your right leg up on top of you. Try and hold it here. Maybe see if you can lift a little higher. Exhale, let that right leg come back down. Same thing on the other side. Press up and lift your leg up. Hips are squared. See if you can lift a little higher. Lower down. And exhale. Slowly come back down onto the mat. All right, so now we're gonna move on to our wheel pose. So basically here, same idea as before. We wanna make sure hands are gonna be by the side of your head. Fingers are gonna be pointing down. I'm gonna take a big inhale. Plant both hands down on the mat, same idea as before. So take a big inhale, tuck hips, lift off the mat, and slowly push up. We're gonna start playing with some straightening of the leg here. So take a big inhale, sway back. Exhale, try and straighten out your leg wherever you are. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Hold it. Hold it here. And slowly try and bring your back down on the mat. Bring your thighs to your chest. Maybe dig some rocks from side to side. Back bends are really intense, and when I started practicing, I couldn't really hold it for more than a couple seconds. So totally understand if you need to pause, if you want to pause the video, you know, follow your own rhythm for this. Do as you like. That's the beauty of a home practice. So on your next inhale, we're just gonna repeat same thing again. So just go ahead and come back into that starting position. Place your hands by your side. We're gonna play with a different wheel variation. This time, take a big inhale. Both feet are pressing down on the mat, both hands down on the mat. Tuck your hips back up and lift up. Here you want to try and bring your shoulders over your wrist. What we're going to do, try and slowly walk your hands as close to your feet as you can. Slowly come back down, slowly on your back, bring your thighs to your chest, maybe take some rocks from side to side, again. We're gonna do this one last time. We're gonna do one more wheel variation. This time you can choose whatever wheel variation you wanna do. I'm gonna show you a different variation of the straight leg wheel pose. If you wanna play with that one, you can follow along with me. So when you're ready, take a big inhale, same idea as before. We're gonna place our hand by the side of our head. Make sure your fingers are spread wide. Big inhale, tuck your hips up, push down onto your hands. Here, we're just gonna start putting your legs together. Press to straighten. Maybe bring one leg over. Make sure you're breathing. All right. Slowly bring it back down onto your back. Tuck your thighs to your chest. You're gonna take a big exhale, let your legs straighten out in front of you. Maybe you need to readjust yourself like I do. So let your legs straighten out. Big inhale, bring your right thigh towards your chest. Slowly bring your left hand towards your right knee. Straighten out your right hand. Palm is facing down towards the side. Just gonna finish, take a side twist here. Try and keep both shoulder blades on the mat. Make sure you're breathing here. Next inhale, bring it back to center. Lower down. Same thing on the other side. So go ahead, take a big inhale. Left thigh comes towards your chest. Right hand this time on your left knee. That side twist again. Try and keep both shoulder blades on the mat. Next inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, straighten out the leg, out in front of you. Bring your arms straight out by your side. Gonna finish this practice by taking a few breaths in Shavasana. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this heart chakra flow. I know that it was highly requested by a lot of you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.